We are officially kicking off our very first Scholar Spotlight event. And before we get started, I have a couple of announcements and recognitions. First of all, I wanted to share with you fantastic news that we heard just yesterday that our SMSC Graduate Student Association has been officially approved. So
this was part of a project that the students did for the advanced research class. They went to AEJMC and presented this in Philadelphia, and not just presented this project, they won third place in the open paper call, and they also won the Dr. Carolyn Stroman Award for outstanding new members in a MAC division. So right now I'm going to go ahead and introduce the authors of the paper, Chris Boynton, Ralph Dinko, Noble Shikaram, and not here doing the presentation with us is Gerardo Rodriguez. Definitely want to mention him as part of the group as well. So without further ado, gentlemen, let's present your work.
This study examines the framing of immigration narratives across X, formerly Twitter, Threads, and Truth Social, revealing divergent realities and a lack of migrant perspectives. Employing mixed methods, the research analyzes framing strategies, misinformation characteristics, and the need for migrant representation. Findings highlight platform differences in framing strategies, with Truth Social emerging as a hub for negative portrayals. The study emphasizes the importance of fostering inclusive dialogues and amplifying migrant voices in the digital sphere.
So a total of 300 posts were analyzed, where we took like 100 posts from each platforms. We have developed a detailed coding guide basing on the expansion of framing theory, especially by Entman, and other literature on misinformation frames regarding any sort of like topic or other things in social media. For the coding guide, it was actually aimed to capture these sort of different framing strategies like emotional, value-based, thematic framing, and also the thematic elements of this sort of social media post. Either it is talking about social issue, either it is talking about economic problem for the migration flow, either it is talking about their humanitarian crisis, or in which theme actually these sort of social media posts are talking about.
So I've got a couple questions. What was glaringly different between like True Social, X, Threads, and where were the commonalities? Where were the common realities at?
Most of the posts from X were giving information. For Thread, I want to believe that Thread was like kind of like Facebook in some way. The post was a bit mild. It wasn't harsh or hard like what we recorded on Truth Social.
I did most of the coding for Truth Social, and what really popped up was how we mentioned it in the presentation, but how it was really like a hub for conspiratorial thinking, misinformation, and again, specific calls for violence, which was very disheartening to see. And sometimes I would be coding a post and I'm like, do I need to like report this? Not to like the police right now? But yeah.
If I understand correctly, you started this in January and apparently met the April 1 AEJ deadline, which is bonkers.
Thank you for making this inaugural event a success. The event, I want to remind you, is open not just for the scholars. So if you have any kind of creative or instructional presentation you would like to submit, I always share that with the graduate students who would like to see and hear you next time.